Hello humans and otherwise, I'm Addie and welcome back to my blind let's play of East 9. I've been kinda busy between videos, noticing Addie is on level 70, I think he was one level less before that. I also have no money, but I have changed people's equipment. I've gotten the good stuff. I gave him a null all status effects jewel, I crafted one of those. I got a few of these things, the ones I don't, well, I've upgraded other people's armor except for his really. Changed their accessories around a bit. She's got the Wanderer cloak now. I've given them back to normal colors because they're near the end of the game. And I also, while getting the items I needed to craft and getting the funding, I ended up, I wasn't really looking at the map, I ran into the spot where I needed to collect the white flowers for the wreath, so I already did that. But there wasn't really anything to it anyway. It was like, oh look, here are the flowers, let's grab them. And that was it. That was the entire part of the quest. I just hope I don't need money for the rest of the story, because I don't have any now. I've already sold all my old gear, too. Shut up, all of you NPCs! Welcome, welcome. Looking for something extra festive to wear today? You tell Giselle you need some white ribbon for the memorial wreaths. Ooh, the wreaths broke? That's rough. I happen to have some overstock, so no need to pay for it. Wait just a sec, okay? I ended up with way too much of this stuff, so I gotta get rid of it somehow. Thank you so much! You are a lifesaver, metaphorically speaking. Don't mention it. Honoring those lost in the 100 Years' War is an important tradition. Leah's foundations were built on their deeds, after all. It's the least we can do. Kinda spooky that they broke on Victory Day, though. Let's hope it isn't a bad omen. Huh. If only this chick knew about the ultimate Monstrum Nox coming up. I know, right? Not to mention Zilla running about. There's definitely a feeling of dread in the air. Well, we better fix it those wreaths if we want to start driving it all away. Indeed. Everything okay? Those looks in your face. Those looks on you guys. For a finished scene. Oh, no, we're just talking amongst ourselves. Thanks for the help. With that, we have now gathered all the necessary materials for the memorial wreaths. Let us return to the antique shop and have Rodero and Melissa put them together.
There's much to enjoy at the festival.
Hearing this ticking sound effect, I don't know if it's from the game or what. It's pretty consistent, so it might be. Ah, he brought the ribbons and the flowers for the wreaths. These are just the flowers we need. You have our thanks. These we can now fix the wreaths. I'm just happy we could help. Now then, we have work to do. It'll be just a moment. You may stay as well, Dale. Thanks, you're all lifesavers. They don't look like pieces of circular candy to me. Roderio and Melissa got to work right away. Once the wreaths were completed, they went to the cemetery together. Wow, those wreaths really ended up coming together. Not that I expected any less from you, Mr. and Mrs. Reindl. Oh, now, we hardly did a thing. Though I think I speak for all of us when I see these wreaths outshine the previous ones. We have the beautiful flowers and ribbons you all collected thanks to that. Thanks for that. Now the souls of the saint and those lost in the war can rest in peace another year. I'm just glad we could help. Meh. Actually, knowing Aprilis gives all of this a bit of a funny feeling. I know, right? Indeed, at the same time, a certain sense of accomplishment as well. You can say that again. Thanks for your help, Mr. and Mrs. Reindl, and to all of you as well. Make sure to take extra care of these. You wouldn't put all your work to waste. Yeah, it's weird knowing that Aprilis is the saint. The original saint is dead. Aprilis is dead. Their graves are there. But Aprilis is still here, too. She's still alive at the same time. Thank you for going through the trouble of collecting everything for us. Let's be going back in the shop now. Ah yes, we do have a little side project to be completing. Now then, hope you all enjoy the Victory Day festivities. Now, same to you. Side project, that piques my interest. On deliberation, they did mention having a few materials from the wreaths left over. Well, couldn't hurt to go in and sneak a peek, right?
All right, that went great.
Here's crown.
All right, it's festival time.
Yep, the only time I hear that,
Enjoy at the festival.
Now, what do I want to see first? Festivals are the
it really sounds like it's coming from outside the game. But it only seems to happen at certain points, too. I think it is from the game, but I can't really tell, actually. It sounded like it's coming from my PC, but it's too consistent for that.
Now, what do I want to see first?
Plus, it only happens during certain times in the music, so it's gotta be from the game, but it doesn't sound like it to me. Story destination. Really?
How about this one?
Oh, Rodario, that one simply won't do.
Didn't hear the door just bust open?
I think girls these days prefer frills like this one has.
Oh, for crying out loud, Melissa. You don't like any of the ones I pick. Maybe this would be easier if you just picked it yourself.
I do have my opinions, but I could never decide all on my own.
Oh my, what a pleasant surprise. We were so surprised that we forgot how to speak voicey. We forgot how to voice act. If it isn't Krisha and her friends. Wait just a moment, dears. I'll go prepare a pot of tea. Oh, you don't have to do that. We were just in the area, so we thought we'd say hello. Oh, you'll have to excuse us, dear. We're a tad preoccupied. To be precise, I wanted to make Anemona new clothes out of the leftover ribbons and flowers. Oh, really? You wanted her to have a pretty new set in time for the festival. It might have been finished in time for the festival, don't look for your nettling. Well, I only want Anemona to have the most adorable clothes in town. It must be inspired after repairing the wreaths. Looks like it. Should probably leave them be. I'm sorry, Krisha. Please come back anytime. It's funny hearing that because Anemona herself is in the... Well, she's standing right there.
Is everything okay, Anemona?
Yes. I was just thinking about Melissa and Rodario's conversation. It reminded me of something.
Of something from your past?
Yes. A memory from many years ago. Of a time I spent with Rosvita. With Aprilis.
What do you think, Anemona? What do I think? You wish to know if that dress is defective? No, silly. It's a new outfit for you to wear. It took me a long time to make these. It's a present from me to you. A present? Then shall I give you something in return? You don't need to give me anything. I just want us to be friends, Anemona. Papa has already instructed me to do so. That's not what I mean. Why? How could you do that?
I was labeling her as Aprilis, but she wasn't known as that back then.
Your doll was getting old. I merely attempted to give her a new body. However, I did not expect her soul to reject it and disappear.
Or was that her actually her first name the whole time, huh?
But you didn't have to throw her away!
What is the reason for this outburst?
You don't know anything!
thought you were gone forever. But here you are. I want so badly to take you with me, but you have your own life now. And I can't risk losing you again. Goodbye, Anemona. Until next time.
She didn't take you because she was worried about you. It sounds like Aprilis was actually a pretty normal girl.
I'm kind of relieved to hear that.
Anemona, you're smiling.
Yep.
Oh,
I better correct myself. I'm not supposed to show emotions. I am the party's Vulcan.
so it seems dolls can smile too.
Anemona.
So what you were looking for was Aprilis all along?
Perhaps, but only in the beginning. Now I wish to find a way to end the Grimwald Nox forever. Aprilis has been fighting alone for so long. But now, I can do something to help her. I do not want for her to feel alone again.
Yeah.
We'll help you.
Thank you, Addie.
So, what do you all think about this Zola guy?
From what I know about him, he sounds unpredictable. And his magnum opus is anybody's guess.
Yeah, we know he created the Monstrum powers. He created, well, everyone here, other than Addie, since that version of Addie is dead now. And he intentionally restricted everyone to the town, that way they couldn't leave. And they would be forced to continue to deal with Monstrum Nox the entire time. And I wonder if his magnum opus is somehow a way to get rid of the Monstrum Nox, since that he seems to be his ultimate goal, but he could have other intentions too.
Yeah, I just hope that we'll find out soon.
So playing that guy would basically be the ultimate villain of this game. But we don't know what his real goal is then. His father's son. This place looks fancy every time I walk in. Guess it's not all that. Guess it's not all that when you're living on a big-time doctor's salary, though. Looks fancier every time you walk in, so just walk out the door, walk in, walk out the door, walk in, walk out the door, walk in, and eventually it'll be the fanciest place in existence. Well, Jules, let's go see what your mom has to say. Yeah. I'm back. Just a second. I'll be right down. Well, look at you, Jules. You brought all your little friends home with you. Come in. Oh, you'll have to forgive me not tidying up. That's okay. Sorry for not telling you we were coming. Aw, your mom's the sweetest, isn't she? I'm jealous. Sweet? Is that what you call it? Oh, yes. I did spot someone in town who looked just like your father. But it didn't take long before I lost him in the crowd. Didn't want to disappoint you if it turned out I was mistaken, Jules. Though I didn't mention it, I hope you can forgive me. It's nothing to be sorry about. That said, how did you know I saw someone who looked like your father in the first place? I figured I had nothing to lose asking the Monstrums for help, but... well... Oh, I get it. This is how powerful our mother-son bond is, isn't it? Yeah, sure. More importantly, this man you saw was over in the Central District, right? Yes, that's right. I believe he was just on his way out of Balduc Cathedral. There's so many people there that I ended up losing track of him. It'll probably go down as the biggest mistake of my life. Boo-hoo-hoo. I see. So there surely are people out there who cry boo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, if Dr. Noah really did leave from the cathedral. Right. All we have to do is ask if anyone saw him there. Let's go, Addie. Oh, and Jules, dear, If you do happen to run into your father, promise you won't force him to come back. But what? Why? Because I trust him. Your father would never leave us without a good reason. I don't know what or why exactly, but that much I can say for sure. There's no way you can know that. Oh, but I do. I'm a lot more perceptive than I look, you know. You should never underestimate a mother, especially not yours, young man. Now promise me, Jules, alright? Yeah, that's why it's called his father's son. And this big fancy house. Yeah, status ailments, the thing that Addie can no longer receive, thankfully. Yeah, it's shaping up to be there's going to be like one more Grimwald Nox to do as part of the story, and it's going to be a full moon Nox, of course. The ultimate Nox is going to be even more dangerous than the full moon Nox. It's going to be the most dangerous Grimwald Nox in the game, obviously. Trying to get 100 right now too as I go. Of course.
Let's take him out.
I got some knocks off screen, but not a huge amount. We're already here, so let's just wipe them out quick. Because it's so easy. This is Baldock Cathedral, the Hieroglyph Church. Right, and the last place that Jules' father, Dr. Noah, was seen coming out of. Oh, good to see you again. Not you, Father Ralph, who gave birth to the church somehow. Thank you for coming. It seems you brought Credo. Huh. Let's move somewhere more private for our discussion, shall we? Yes, I know Dr. Noah well. He was the one who we called whenever worshippers fell ill. However, I regret that I don't know if he's come to the cathedral lately. That's okay. Sister Mel, would you happen to know anything? I'm not sure if he's the same person you're looking for. I recall seeing a rather strange man here just recently. Do you remember anything else about him by any chance? He came by asking to see some old medical records. Not medicinal. The church keeps all of its records from the past, you see. I remember him because I thought it was such an unusual request. I tried to procure them for him. He perused them as if in a frenzy. Sounds a lot like Dad. And where did he go after that? That was another peculiar thing. He said he had business at the ancient shrine outside town. But he seemed like a doctor. Maybe he was an archaeologist. An ancient shrine? Maybe the Norse shrine? Yeah, most likely. And we've been there before. Okay then, time to relive some fond memories. Hey, Mom said that we didn't need to force him home, right? But our work's done, isn't it? We already know he's alive. I'm not going to force anyone to do anything. But we're so close. You can't just quit while you're ahead, Jules. Huh? You two need to have a heart-to-heart. Wasn't that one of your nails in the coffin? That is what he said. I want to go through here even though there's nothing there. I want to do it anyway, I don't care.
You have my...
I intentionally bought that. I don't have enough materials, but I see like potatoes or something. Let's just donate that.
Please.
Ah. Cerulean Talisman. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's the thing. I needed to make... I grabbed 2 of those in order to craft this. Because I could make more people immune to status effects, but they'd have lower stats too. And I wanted to have the highest stats possible while being immune to status effects. Because really, I could just equip everyone with that and make everyone immune to status effects, but I want to keep the stats up too.
The room in Garrison's helping out with the rest. Festivals are the best.
Okay then, that's final disposition. His father's son, right over here.
Dad.
Jules, how did you know I was here? Is there something you all needed to speak with me about?
You explained that Pamela had been searching for him ever since she saw him in the city.
It's been a long time, so I know how difficult it is to see her. Either way, you know Mom's never going to stop looking for you.
Ah, so she did see me. I should have been more discreet.
If you don't mind me asking, Dr. Noah, what are you doing here?
Ah, right. Do you see this plaque behind me? Inscribed on it is a record of diseases throughout history. I came to see if I could find anything useful.
Oh, I see. You were looking for a way to cure Jules.
What?
Am I really that transparent? Still, this might be a good opportunity for me to explain everything to you all. You deserve to know what happened.
Yeah.
It was many years ago, long before I knew anything about homunculi. I came to learn of an institution that fostered war orphans. That was where I first met you, Jules.
I was a war orphan?
Yes. Aprilis had entrusted the four of you to that orphanage. She couldn't take care of you on her own. It was her last resort.
That's understandable.
Indeed, it was in that orphanage where we met Jules. You should have seen how happy Pamela was. After all, she couldn't bear children of her own.
Mom couldn't have children?
Unfortunately not. But I know that she loved you more because of it. The years after we adopted you were the happiest of our lives. When you became ill, it devastated your mother. That's when I promised her that I would find a cure for you.
Dad.
One day, in my desperate search to find a treatment, a man approached me. That man was an alchemist named Zola.
Yep.
Papa.
He told me who he was and asked for my help in his alchemy research. It was then he revealed to me that you, Jules, were a homunculus. I thought that if I helped him, I would eventually find a way to cure your disease.
I had no idea. But why did you have to leave us?
The hero you were created from suffered from the same disease as you.
That's why he basically inherited it, since he's a clone of him.
I surmised that the hero's body would lead me to more clues about the disease. However, Zola kept a firm grip on his research. As a condition for becoming his adjutant, I was forbidden from leaving the prison.
Dad,
It's not your fault, Jules. Being sick isn't ever anyone's fault. Believe me, my deepest regret is leaving you and your mother without saying goodbye.
Jules, there's something you've been wanting to say, isn't there? You don't have to wait anymore.
Yeah.
Dad. To tell you the truth, there were many things I wanted to say to you when I saw you again. I wanted to tell you how much I despised you. How much I hated you. But now, how could I say any of those things?
Jules.
I tried to be Titus from Final Fantasy X!
taking care of me. For being my dad. And for trying to find a cure for me. Thank you.
Yep, turns out everything he did was to try to cure him.
Jules.
As a doctor, it would be imprudent of me to be too optimistic. But I'm progressively coming to understand your disease. There's still a chance for a cure. I will do everything in my power to save you.
Dad.
Good thing you two finally hashed it out.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, what kind of research were you helping Zola with exactly?
That's a good question.
I was looking for ways to extract memories from a person's soul. That research allowed me to create the primordials and monsters from Adol's memories.
Yeah, that makes sense there.
I imagine Zola plans on taking this research even further.
Even further?
But what about Shadowlord? I thought you two were working together.
You must mean how Shadowlord gathered those with desirable talents in the prison.
Yeah.
That was Zola's plan all along. He was merely using Master Shadowlord. Zola was the one who truly needed them. In spite of that, he rarely shows himself in the prison nowadays. I'm afraid even I don't know what he planned on doing with them.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't anything good.
Zola is an unforgiving man, if his treatment of Shadowlord was any indication. But if you asked me if he were evil, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Of course.
He sincerely believes his actions are just, regardless of the implications.
You mean he's a whack job, the kind you stay away from?
That may be true.
Well, people who believe they're right no matter what, under any circumstances they cannot possibly be wrong, those people are typically whack jobs, yeah.
I admit, I have my fair share of blame for your hardships, Monstrums. For that, I apologize.
Wasn't your fault.
I understand that an apology alone is not enough for me to be forgiven. But I will work to set things right.
Dad.
I'll go see your mother soon, Jules. You have my word. My son is fighting his best even when sick. It's only right that I work just as hard. After it's all over, we'll go back to how it was. You, me, and your mother. Crimson King. No, Adol. Zola is profoundly fascinated with you.
Yeah, obviously.
You have no reason to trust me, but I suggest that you be careful. Now then, it's nearly sunset. I'd better return to the prison.
And always ends up being the focal point of everything.
You'll have to excuse me.
Dad, you be careful too.
Yes, I will.
Hey, good for you, Jules.
Yeah, thanks. I should thank you guys too.
We're all happy for you, Jules. Your dad is a good person after all.
I believe there is much I can learn from him as well.
Yeah, he's all right. Can we go back to town now?
That's Kratos for you. I see. So it wasn't your father I saw after all. Yeah, unfortunately not. I was sworn I caught a glimpse of him, face and all, but must have been mistaken. Suppose this time I finally threw in the towel on this. No, don't be so glum, chums. I don't know how it all went, of course, but I imagine I can hazard a guess. Your father just isn't quite ready to see me again yet, is he? Thank you for humoring me, Jules. Same goes for the rest of you as well. It isn't much, but I'd like you to have this. Hey, Defense Elixir. We appreciate your kindness. Of course, sweetie. Think nothing of it. Now, I suppose I ought to get back to cooking. See, I've been working on a special little festival day treat for everybody. You may stop by to deliver it later, so try not to spoil your appetite. You won't. Thanks again, Miss Noah. Ever since my dad said he'd come home someday, I've been keeping it from my mom. I guess she figured out that we were hiding something from her anyway. Seems so. Call it a mother's intuition. Wonder if that means Dr. Noah might be able to come home sooner than he thought. A wife that understanding, but she'd even be fine with all that alchemy stuff. Not so sure about that. Either way, whether or not he does is entirely up to him. So when I take Mom's feelings into account, that things get a little more complicated. Yeah, I know what you mean. In any event, now that we've reported back, shall we attend to our remaining matters?
What a snooze fest.
There we go. Yep, that's the area I wanted to unlock. Yep, figured it would be optional.
A vortex appeared.
Because the next one is going to be, one that you... Yeah, I tried to go over here between videos, but I couldn't do it. Because it was blocked off by this barrier. Residual enmity lingers in the air here. Level 69! Yep. This is like completely maxed out, so... I think the 3 main party members I'm using are level 70, and the other characters are like level 68 or something. Protect this fiend! They've all got equipment and such too, so it should be okay. Now, this should help me get some EXP and all that.
Let's do this,
Since we've all got the fancy purple and blue weapons. Oh. I imagine this is the last optional Grimwald Nox in the game.
I am en route.
And it's nice that all my defenses are completely maxed out.
Let's put an end to this.
My turn, huh?
Yep. Oh, it's your turn, Dogie.
Fantastically done.
There's more on the way!
Of course there is.
Alright, let's beat him down!
Wait for it.
Shoot! An ambush?
I was waiting for that.
Here's our chance. Seize it.
Of course, I got decoys completely surrounding it in this one. But of course, the thing spawns in between the decoys. And they just block everything. I put my claws up in the front to deflect your attacks, and somehow it deflects your attacks from the back, too.
My moment of glory arrives!
When enemies do that, all they do is waste time.
Well done, guys.
They just constantly block. You can't harm them, they can't harm you. It's just a waste of time. I hate it when games waste my time. Especially since these, you get more points based on clearing it faster. You can't do it when the enemy doesn't even let you do anything since they're blocking. Like that. Don't do anything that wastes time, game. Although that is so ridiculously common in any given estimate time, everything will do everything it can to waste your time, get in the way. Those things cause you to go slower in some regard. Regardless of what it is, it's gonna do something.
My turn, huh?
Because at the end of the day, all it has to do to win is make sure you don't, which is just how standard it is anyway. But in that case, it's just delay. That's all it has to do. Of course, in any game, all the computer has to do to win is make sure the player doesn't.
I expected no less from you, mes amis.
We've got company. Here, take this.
Sweep him up.
Hanging in there? Let's get a little wild, shall we?
I wonder how difficult the ultimate Grimwald Nox is gonna be. Definitely worth doing this one beforehand. I did go back to that one I did get an S rank on and S ranked it. I just want if I could kill that giant boss now without too much difficulty. Definitely a longer one.
Is everyone unharmed?
It won't give up, no matter how hard it gets.
It just keeps on coming. But this being the last optional one, you'd expect that. And which is why it's so good that my defenses are maxed out. I'm gonna need them. Stop wasting my time by blocking! Cover you with status effects. Versus the ambush. I mean, they're not gonna have ambushes, you're crazy! Oh, you.
Somehow.
Magnificent work.
Time to finish this.
Final wave!
All together, everyone!
Big demon goat head! Other small enemies, come by here and get in the way. Let me wipe you out too. Yeah. got ya! Got ya!
Good work, everybody.
So yay! First place by a fair amount there.
Fun little scrap, if I do say so.
Night Frost Beauty, Mystic Lazulite, Sacred Branch, Verdant Leaf. Nocturne Oil, Otherworldly Core, Activa Shell, Soul Spar. Soul Spars are a bit of pain to get because I needed so many of those recently. Tempest Elixir, Polar Night Drop, Unfading Hide, Indestructible Shell. I needed a bunch of those too. Those are a pain to get too. Displaying the Grimwald EL seems to have caused a change in the Lantern Crossing. Now convert Nox into Twilight Shards? Oh!
A vortex appeared.
Yeah, because this is the last one. I don't suppose gathering Nox has any purpose anymore. It's done. Because this is the final chapter, so it's not going to go and you're like, oh yeah. It's all converted into shards at the end of the chapter, because the end of the chapter is rolls credits.
Hey, it's a swamp.
It'll suck you in if you step in it. Let's stay clear if we can help it.
Let's check this place out now. I've been trying to get to it for a while. I couldn't do it. I can't get up there from here, obviously. Swamp will suck you in. I wouldn't really call it getting sucked in. It's more like you just can't move, and it's the same stuff from the other area. There we go.
Something's there.
Whoa, a truck!
But I've got to get, like, up there. I can't do that from here. Gotta be a way to get around here somewhere.
With our gifts, it's a drag to get through this.
We must remain calm and take things one step at a time.
Oh, another one of these. Instead of fighting the ground or fighting the swamp itself, basically. Oh, that's fine. Let's deal with it. We're here. Getting knocked down should be a status effect too, that way you can be immune to it. So we don't have to worry about getting knocked down anymore. Yeah, these things are everywhere. No. The question is, how am I supposed to get up there? I can't... They're not going to let me run up this wall.
Something's there.
Something's always here. I can't get over there this way either.
A treasure chest.
Oh, good. 6,000. I got 60,000 gold now anyway, so I'm okay on gold again for the moment.
There's something here.
Aha! Here's how to finally get up here. Dragonflies and other mechs now. Nope. Can't mine at all for materials. What did he drop anyway? I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't seen any jokes about that from that healthcare CEO that ended up getting assassinated there. Like, what kind of loot did he drop when he died?
There's something here.
I'm sure I've seen that kind of joke before. Someone dies, like, did they drop good loot?
A treasure chest.
Well, someone like that, you figure they might have dropped a lot of money if it was a game because they're rich. So they dropped all their funding. But no, it'll be the usual garbage in games. As you see how much money the shopkeeper has. Think of Skyrim here. You see how much money they have, you sell them all this stuff, you see the amount of money they have go way up. Well, no, you buy stuff from them, rather. You sell it, you wouldn't know what it worth. But even if you sell stuff to them, then you kill them, and suddenly all this stuff you sold them, they don't even have anymore. It's nowhere in the shop. Where did it go? Or you buy a bunch of stuff, so they get a bunch of money from you, and then you kill them to take the money back, and it's not there. Where did it go? It just vanishes. I'm sure they couldn't have spent it that fast. They've been trying to get here for a while, but haven't been able to. I'm gonna climb this thing, but not yet. Watchtower of the 100 Years' War.
Whoa, it's so pretty.
From what I can, I got that one too. From what I can tell, that's every single lookout point in the game, at least that I know of. So that works. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. Maybe I can't climb this thing. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna look around here more next time. Unfortunately, I gotta stop right now. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.